Okay, so we restart match. It is restart match. I mean, HoneyBee, the difference in points between first, second, and third is quite considerable. And being one set away from getting that massive point injection, these are two players that they definitely need that boost of points. And this performance could put them in a great position to make the finals later this year. The Injustice Pro Series lends itself so heavily to really emphasizing winning premieres. You know, so if you're first and second, the divide is pretty significant, and it makes it well worthwhile. With Biohazard sitting in Grand Finals winner's side, not needing the point as much as HoneyBee and Hayatei do. This losers finals is arguably the most important set of the day. Hammering in charge, safe on block. Challenging the minus down one with his own. Oh wow, that's two jumping heavy back to back. Hayatei's life quickly disappearing. A lot of patience. Yeah, I mean, second you jump, yeah, you jump one time, you die. Trying to work his way in, but I just don't think he's able to do so. Looking rough right now for Hayatei, as HoneyBee is just controlling the space. Oh wow. Yeah, gets the interactable. Nice down two. Wonderful read on the forward two, knowing that as a high, the down two will happily low profile it. I mean, we've seen that HoneyBee particularly is getting so much mileage out of that string, but it does start off a high. Yeah, and Robin's down two does have such incredible reach. Oh my god, the pickup! Knowing that the down one hair is going to be a little bit higher up because he jumped, we can pick up and get a full combo. HoneyBee, even though he's back to the wall, look at the damage he's done already. Hayatei has so much bar, but no opportunity to do anything with it. He's just being kept at arm's length the whole time. So much patience. And you know why? HoneyBee can afford to be. He has so much life to work with here. But look at the meter he builds in the process. Every time that Stardust is blocked, it builds him almost like half a bar. Pretty insane. Unsafe. He must have just expected HoneyBee to respect the follow-up. Because he has so much bar, right? Why I not just sit there and expect you to press buttons? When I've got 3 to go, at any moment he could have meter burned it, but thinking a little bit too far ahead, should have focused on the matter at hand and at least spent the meter to stay alive. Now Hayatei is considering Robin. He's going to stick with it. He's going to have a little extra time. Joker's playground too, so he does have access to, well, some interactables he was using very well earlier on, but again, I feel like the interactables aren't really the answer in this kind of matchup. It's just, I mean, unless you've got the mobility to close the space. Now we are going to see the first hit at the very least. We're going to get some more of an opening. Nice overhead. We're going to confirm those. Keep it for setup. The swoop, the crouch under HoneyBee with the knowledge. We've seen multiple people do that today. And they go for the swoop on block, or the dive kick, I should say. Just going for just a normal crouch to make it miss. Oh and my God. Is the answer from Hayatei. The back threes go head to head. No longer unblockable. That was a change a long time ago. Hayatei has the life lead. HoneyBee trying to keep the distance, and a max range jump in, beautifully spaced from Hayatei, and this is the turnaround he needed. It's just turnaround positioning, getting some good reads on when to jump, putting the pressure on the HoneyBee, making it a little bit more difficult. Get him confused. Both play Starfire. What is life? Full screen game again. Hayatei, he has the life lead, but at this distance against Starfire, it's only going to last so long. And there's the jump in, tries to confirm, but misses it. And there's the wake up buttons from Hayatei to punish. Beautifully done. Okay, restand. We're not going to allow. Yeah, we're not going to allow the scope for wake up attack. That's one thing, you know, Starfire does so well. She has, it's a mix up of what wake up attack is she going to do at times. Similar to like a green arrow or something like that. I think there's a lot of a number of wake up attacks aren't really wake up attacks. But it's the threat of the wake ups that are wake ups that lets the fake ones kind of work. You know, it's that kind of age old mind game. Obviously, Hayatei having some options. There's a life lead, but he's still trying to struggle for it. If he sits on full screen, he is eventually going to get tagged. And it could be disastrous, depending. He does have a lot of bar, though. Big jump in. I think he was expecting that to be blocked. I don't think he was expecting it to hit at all. Okay, dive kick too. Overhead. Good block from HoneyBee. The patience. Having to really enforce those plus frames. The HoneyBee has no choice but to respect with the down one hair flip. Oh, the cool. Wonderful choice. A really good trade for Hayatei. Oh my God, no! Tamarini in charge. That was very dramatic. It was. Because just look at how quickly the life was undone. Wow, still got the clash in. Hang on a minute. Surely he has to spend 2. No, but that didn't combo. It must have been the second hit of the dive kick that he clashed. Yeah, it must have been. All right, now we're back to even. With the bar still in the tank and half a trait. HoneyBee can still chip him to death. Oh, he doesn't have bar. That's the problem Hayatei's going to have now. These trades, can't afford them. Oh, the block damage. Oh, the jump! The side kick, jump in 3, and the reaction on the instant uppercut. Wonderfully placed. That was a great decision from Hayatei. I mean, but that's something we saw. We saw Katana Prime doing that a lot as well. But against Starfire, it's finding the magic space to go for that jump in, right? There is that moment that Starfire players, like I don't know, HoneyBee especially, are going to be looking for those opportunities to constantly chip you down, right? Make it hard for you to come in, make it really difficult for you to approach. And at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to jump. Sometimes you just got to read that they're going to go for a projectile and you're going to jump. And if you have the long range jump ins like Robin has, you can definitely go for that at more ranges. And we saw the same thing with Wonder Woman before with KP. Now, the first hit went to Hayatei in the previous game. I think first hit's actually going to be super important because the second she gets a bar of meter, the meter burn properties of her trait, just massive damage across the board. If she doesn't get that, you can be off to a much better start, but unfortunately, it's not going to repeat history in this next game. A bit more of an even start, and there's the Stardust. Look at the spacing. Stardust does have multiple ranges you can throw it, so it does require HoneyBee to be on point. He has to read, is he going to try and jump in here? Is he going to forward dash? Is he going to sit back? It's not a simple case of just throw it and hope for the best. Oh, whiff punish, of course. Hayatei's not going to let him get away with that one. One person in this tournament is going to sit there and wait for a back three to whiff. It's going to be Hayatei. This guy has some of the best footsies in the absolute business. Oh, wow. HoneyBee went for the trait there. Didn't actually get it to come out at all, but still lost the bar. It's recharging very slowly. The interrupt. Very clean. Chip damage for days. I actually think that might be the first time we've seen Hayatei go for the uppercut into meter burn all day, and HoneyBee punished it the first time. Still has the knowledge! The knowledge from HoneyBee, showing who's strong now. He does have a little bit left on this life bar. He does have the screen. Oh! Job done. This is incredibly close. It is. I mean, it's hard to call, and it was always going to be. These Canadian players. I think HoneyBee, Biohazard, Hayatei have been some of the best, inarguably, some of the best players from that region of the world. And they've played each other so many different times across the year in competition.
Starstruck? I measure up. You don't.
Again, another even play here. Clash can go towards HoneyBee this time. But he had to spend all of his resources to win the trade. And he had to win that clash situation, which means he has nothing now to do the increased chip. It really is the meter burn, adding the mid on top that forces the bar. Here comes that hit confirm. Oh no, drop the combo. Yeah, the forward three is quite tight off that. But this might be it. Okay, nice situation. Oh! Just gonna wake up. First time we've gone for that string, but there was no mix-up. The mix-up is between low or meter burn forward three. So yeah, she's the kind of character that, you really stand up in reaction to those overhead options, but that's gonna be a throw. Hayatei, I love his adjustment here. We have to remember the first game of this set was a completely one-sided destruction from HoneyBee. But Hayatei, he's taking the time. A few moments in between game 1 and 2, and look, the perfect spacing again, Hayatei. You always ask yourself, why doesn't HoneyBee go with the flash in this matchup? I think it's more the fact that with Hayatei having some of these amazing footsies, and the fact that Robin has more grounded range, I really feel like that's just something that HoneyBee doesn't want to deal with. Instead of letting Hayatei control the pace of the neutral, HoneyBee wants to pick a character that forces that exact same plan against Hayatei instead. Which is why we see Starfire here. Hayatei might be 2-1 up, but these games are 100% being dictated by HoneyBee. The speed we're playing them at, the range we're taking place. Hayatei is closing the distance by doing some really, basically dangerous stuff, because he has no choice but to go for, those risky jumps. He's taking out buttons to whiff punish. But it is on HoneyBee. He's controlling the distance 100%. But it seems that Hayatei, when he gets a hit, he's making it count. And HoneyBee is chipping him down one move at a time, but when Hayatei gets an opportunity, that's a big amount of damage coming through. Exactly here, right? That kind of big jump in, going to be connecting nice. But if you try an anti-air with a back two and you're not on point, you eat a full jump in for it. Chases down the tech. Yep. This is a great opportunity for Hayatei. It's going to be match point. 1 round away from getting the run back against Biohazard. HoneyBee might be able to bring this back. Who knows? Tamaranian charge just to get out of there. It's not really as an attack. It's used as a corner escape. Oh, shit. Give it to me. Oh, attempt to press the button, but the patience. Hayatei not pressing anything. I love the way Hayatei opts to go for those far throws as well with the trade, because he knows if you get the opportunity to summon it back, you can either trade or give him the opportunity to combo off. Oh, there's the explosive. Oh, and there is the answer from HoneyBee, sending Hayatei back towards the full screen again. Getting the first life out of the way, but there's the option. Hayatei knowing exactly what to do about that interaction. Now, HoneyBee, he's going to win this clash, but again, if he's going to spend all 2 bars, he's going to have to spend a lot of this time just rebuilding those resources. Oh, there's a big jumping again. You can see the range. Hayatei being able to throw out those jumping attacks, really kind of challenging HoneyBee on the ground. Oh, they're jumping again. There's the charge out there. HoneyBee, just like that, is full screen again on the opposite side. We're going in. Oh, I love the mix-up. That last-minute air dash.
Uh-oh.
And again, HoneyBee's found something that works. Oh, he's going to go back down one. That's full combo for Hayatei. He doesn't have a clash anymore. This could be it. One potential hit here. Could be everything. Hayatei. There it is. The patience maybe. Plus frames. Oh, the dive kick. He has enough. But there's the air tech. Doesn't commit to the full string though, HoneyBee. Still alive. Has to be really careful. This is chip territory. One hit could do it. He finds the trait.
One mistake and he's out of there.
Goes in for the jump threes. Push block. Watch out.
Oh my god!
Screen! How else you can get on Starfire? Just run at him. Put the sword down to